welcome back to Quicks14Blog, our add-on special. Getting in part 12 here, actually, and this is GetOverHere3 BagSpace Inventory Hawk. GetOverHere3, for a lot of people who know it, is from like Mortal Kombat sounds, is how it kind of started. Made by an awesome author who's working on everything. This is a beta version you're seeing here. This is actually out of date a little bit. It's been updated a little bit more. But you're seeing pretty much what's up there right now. You can only get this from one place, which I'll show you at the end. The cool thing is I'm actually helping him work on this a little bit. I'm not doing too much. I've been adding just a little bit of code, helping him with testing. But when he was out of commission for a while, he was having problems with his pooter and he had to get a new one. I helped fix this add-on because I use it a lot and I like it a lot, to make it usable when 3.1 or 3.2 originally came out. And he was so grateful for it that he went ahead and asked me if I wanted to help him co-author on it. And that's what you're seeing here. This is a really cool add-on to give you audio cues and information about different things. Very useful. It started for Death Knights, as you can see here, but there's a ton of tabs, as you can see. Not everything is implemented yet. Still being worked on. This is still in beta. But the Death Knight tab is very complete. It's very useful for you Death Knights. Helps you know when to use certain things. You have audio cues. You can, of course, change the audio files that come with it to your own if you prefer. Very, very nice stuff. There's a whole bunch of bonus options that you saw as well. Druids are covered a bit in here. Paladins are fully covered. Warriors are fully covered. Druids are still being worked on. Shamans are being worked on, and mages are being worked on. Warlocks, rogues, hunter, and priests are also still being worked on, as you'll see as well. Paladins, Death Knights, and warriors are pretty much done here. And as you can see, there's a ton of options and ton of sounds you can set up for your procs and different things. There's your warriors. There's also some unit frames, which I can't really show here, but if you're using the base unit frames, he actually adds some unit art, which is really, really nice. There's also some other add-ons that you can get as well that will work with GetOverHere and work in conjunction with it, which are really nice, and he encourages you to get. That's, of course, in the bonus section as well. As you can see, mages are still being worked on. He's working on that currently. He's having some other issues right now, so he's not working on too much, though he's still doing his best. I haven't had a chance to put any more code in there myself, even though I did help get the foobar functionality into there, which is in there. So this has Titan panel functionality and foobar functionality. So if either he did the Titan panel part, I did the foobar part, and we got that all set up. So let's get over here. And you can only get that at Curse right now. It is still in beta. It's still being worked on, still in development. We're still working on it. There's updates quite a bit, so go ahead and check that out. Now here's some add-ons near and dear to my heart because they're mine. BagSpace is my add-on. I built this from the ground up. It started basically as a foobar add-on to not only let me see how much BagSpace I have, which you can see on there as well up there, but also to give me a warning when I'm almost full, because I kept finding myself filling my bags before I knew it, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm full, and I have to dump stuff and all this stuff. This helps give me pre-warnings that, hey, you're getting full, and it's just kind of built from that into this full-fledged add-on. This is the latest version that you're seeing here that I have out there. I'm looking at a code rewrite and the dialogue rewrite of this thing coming up soon, whenever I have the chance. So to make it more functional and a little cleaner, because this was the first add-on I ever did, so it's a little messy. The UI, as you can see here, isn't exactly as friendly as I would like. It's pretty cluttered, but everything has tooltips. They give you basic information on how you want to do stuff. So it's very simple. You just put in for the BagSpace stuff what you want your warning level to be, and also if you wanted to announce in party, it'll also let your party members know, your raid know, and things of that nature. You can even let your guild know for whatever reason. So here I go ahead and go to the bank, and I'm going to show you an example of how this works. I changed it to 20 for my first warning, and as you'll see here, as I get to 20, it pops up a little warning here, and it also does it in text, and of course that is customizable. It has some custom options, font size, the position of it, things of that nature. And it does track more than just your BagSpace. It'll also track other BagSpace. It'll also track shards. That's what the second and third displays are for. So if you have two gathering professions and you have the gathering bags, you can track those there. You can also track ammo, say if you're a hunter, or shards if you're a warlock. Very, very handy mod. I encourage everyone to download it, check it out. I like it a lot, obviously. It's mine, but it's very, very cool. Next add-on I have to show you I did not originally create, but is an old add-on that I could not live without, and I got back up and running. It's called Inventory Hawk. The add-on I actually make is called Inventory Hawk Continued, which is bringing it back up. It hasn't been used since 2.46. The original author left because his account got hacked, and so he just quit WoW and has been back. And nobody took it on to bring it back up to date, and so I went ahead and took that on, being an amateur add-on author, and I've got it back up and working for the most part totally. And as you can see, there's tons of options here. This is a really handy add-on for anybody with professions or anything that they want to keep track of items. Some of the features I added was an in and out of combat alpha, so if you're in combat you can set it to 0 and it'll go to alpha. It also can keep track of your gold money and things like that. There are definitely going to be more features added in this thing. This is the latest version that you're seeing here at the time of this video making. It is getting ready for an update. I'm trying to add some more functionality to it and make it a little better. But as you can see, there's a lot of options. These are your basic options for the lists. Everything is very movable, as you can see from the list over there, and very collapsible. It's really clean, and thankfully I didn't have to fix too much of this interface to get it all working. Honestly, I think the options panel had the most work on it. It also includes another add-on into it that's embedded, which will get information from your bank to allow you to see your bank totals and things of that nature. And that's what those little gray brackets are there, is my actual bank count of what's in my bank. And it does have a bag display option. I do want to warn that some add-ons do not work with this bank option, and I don't think I'll be updating it anytime soon, because honestly I don't even use the feature. It's a legacy feature. It's an old feature that was originally there that I've kind of pretty much left in there. So one of the neat things, of course, is you can add your items in there. It's real easy to do so. You can also add new category bars so you can keep everything nice and organized and collapsible. And it's very easy to do. You just right click on your Inventory Hawk and you just go add new category bar, and then you can position where you want it, name. There is a multiplier. We'll talk about that a little later, and of course you can hide the category if it's empty. And if you want to remove the category, there is a button at the bottom. You just click that and confirm it, and it's gone. And anything in that category will be removed as well. One of the really neat features is, of course, tracking the items. And not everything here is working like it originally intended to, but everything, at least on the bottom part, but everything else is. This is still a work in progress, still getting it updated, but it does work very well for what it is. As you can see here, you have the actual category in the drop-down menu where you want this in the category, the alias of the name of the item, its count, its information, and stuff of that nature. And then, of course, you've got a whole bunch of options, including the bank count and your goal amount. So you can set a goal amount, a conversion number, and also a low warning number. Low warning numbers are nice, so if you're getting low on something and you're trying to keep track of how much you have, like say meat, so you know when to do it, and you have the low warning. I even added a thing that, especially if you have BagSpace, also it'll announce to you in the floating BagSpace text that hey, you're low on that item, or you've reached that goal. It'll also, if you don't, it'll also say it in your chat pane. And unfortunately, the right-click stuff isn't completely working like it used to. Something to look into and fix. So that's that. So how do you add items to here? It's very simple, very easy to do, and I'm going to show you that to you right now. Set it back up. So how do you add items? You've got two ways. You can do it manually, or my favorite is just drag and drop. You just drag it over to the Inventory Hawk option and you just add it onto there. You drop it on the actual Inventory Hawk title bar if you want it in the root. If you want it in a specific category, just drop it on the category name and it will automatically add it to that. Now right now you can only add one type to one category. You can't have multiples, and this is a problem in some areas, as you'll see here, and it's something I am currently fixing and want to work on and get fixed, because it would be nice to have it where you can have multiples in different categories to be able to track different stuff, and you'll see why. But as you can see, you just drag and drop. It's really simple. It doesn't get any easier than that. This is a lot of legacy code that's in here that this guy did, and it's amazing and it's awesome, and I'm so glad it still works. This thing will track anything, any item that you stick in there, and it's wonderful. It does have a conversion amount. If you put in, especially like for leather and stuff of that nature, You put in that amount how much it takes to convert from like Borean leather to heavy Borean leather, and if you have enough, a little blue bracket will show up just beside it, showing how many you can make of that. So another neat feature here that you can do using categories and stuff here as we finish is this feature right here. You can do a track craft region. You select it from your region thing, and it'll automatically add it to Inventory Hawk. This is where the multiplier comes in handy. So if you need to make multiples of it, you just change that category's multiplier, and it'll automatically change the goal amount from the base amount. So obviously, in this case, it takes like 2 bandages or 2 cloth to make a bandage, and it's automatically changing that goal amount without changing the base one. It's really, really neat. You can get this, of course, everywhere, all the major add-on sites. So coming up next is some wonderful add-ons. So you definitely want to check that out. Remember to comment, rate, subscribe.